Okay. It is indeed a very peculiar time for many humans on the planet. And we want to remind you that the first rule of humanity is free will. You're at choice. And we are seeing that at play. What do the humans choose? Now, when you bring it down to the individual level, what do you choose? If you do not believe in the values and rhetoric that is spoken by this leader, it is time to stand in your light. All of you here are absolutely displaying the values that you believe in, and you are making a difference in the world. We ask that you hold the line and allow events to unfold. We cannot interfere from up here or out there or inside or wherever you happen to connect with us. But we can certainly bathe you in light and love and hope. How are you responding to the situation? First and foremost, what is going on for you? How are you influencing those in your sphere? And then moving out, how are you influencing those in your communities? What do you choose? Hold tight to that which you believe in and allow events to unfold. It will be an interesting journey over the next 2 to 3 months. Allow it to unfold. And that, my friends, is all that we can share at this time.
Thank you, Teresa, and thank you, Eli. To start us off, I'm going to read T's question. Thank you, Teresa. How do I recognize next steps within my own healing?
First and foremost, this is the 99. You are on the journey of healing. You acknowledge that there is dissonance within the framework you have created in your life, and that is good. Although, as you know, uncomfortable and challenging. Taking one step at a time and allowing yourself to continuously bathe yourself in love. Lean into the community who can support and see you. Knowing that there's purpose in the journey. Your desire to step into healing arts is aligned with your soul's purpose and why you are on this planet. Healing thyself, finding forgiveness, and moving forward into that which you want to create, as opposed to that which has been created by life circumstances, is the pivotal moment. Continue your journey, dear T, one foot in front of the other. Lean into those with similar values. Embrace opportunities to laugh, one of your great assets. Embrace opportunities to receive love without condition. It is the receiving of love without condition that is contributing to the dissonance. For when we have relationships, such as family and lifelong friends, whom will give love conditionally, that is to stay, you must be as you were, you cannot grow or change, that no longer feels aligned to what the human self, the soul expressed through the human, and the universal connection of wisdom wants to express. And that is okay. You are brave on your journey of self-realization and fully aligned self-expression. And we wrap you in love and know that we travel with you on this journey and always wrap you in support. Keep going, dear T. You are making progress.
Thank you, T, and thank you to the 99. And T, when you're re-listening to this, love you, girlfriend. Who would like to go next? Cindy?
The message that I'm completely filled with and somewhat overwhelmed by is being. And I've been practicing, articulating, and writing about that pretty profusely. And I've got a website person to do my tarot practice page. But I have a relationship in this process that I desperately want to maintain. And I'm questioning next steps.
Is it next steps in the relationship, in your manifestation of being, of the book that you are seeding with this profound writing journey? What next steps specifically do you want illumination around?
It's around establishing the SEO possibility for my new venture.
Do you believe that you are meant to provide wisdom through the tarot cards?
Absolutely.
Then SEO doesn't matter. Your opportunity is to make yourself available. Simply open the door. If you are speaking of creating content that will influence view rates and visits to your website or your web page, speak from the heart. Share your journey. Allow others to see you completely and fully, for they will see your heart, and that is what they seek. A safe place to be seen, heard, and held. And then an opening to receive wisdom that is founded in love and acceptance. Is that an adequate response? Does that give one next steps?
Yes. Thank you.
Would you like clarification on any other points?
Not at this time.
Thank you. We are excited for your upcoming success. You will influence many in very important ways, and as per your discussion at the beginning, that is needed.
Mhm.
And it will not only be those who are familiar or comfortable with the tarot. You will cross the lines into those who are curious and hopeful. You will cross lines into those who, because of who you are, feel emboldened and brave enough to step into your world, the world that you are creating. Those are the ones who will receive your light, who will feel hopeful, who will find courage, who will begin to generate self-love and become a light themselves. Do you understand this?
Yes.
It is a rich playground for you. that will bring much joy and gratitude that you were able to do this in this life. We are quite excited for what is to unfold. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was wonderful, Teresa. And Cindy, gosh, congratulations on your path forward as being such an important messenger. Who would like to go next? Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Thank you. So happy to be here. I have a few questions.
Yes.
What guidance do you have for me on my current life path? Are there any areas of my life where I need to set clearer boundaries?
For you, dear Michelle, it is a great learning path that you have stepped upon. It is one of, yes, setting boundaries, but it is of setting boundaries with love. This is the feminine council, the divine feminine, and we wish to advise you that, as you know, we are always with you, surrounding you, and supporting you. And we wish to ask you to expand your definition of boundaries, to see that it is a gift of love first to self, then to other. It is the recognition that you are being the light. You're holding the light for what you wish for yourself and giving permission for others in your life to hold that light for themselves. Now, we say that you are offering them this opportunity, but very few will receive it. And we're specifically thinking of your mother. This is a huge paradigm shift for her, and it will take some navigation to achieve that. But know that deep in the soul and down into the human, she loves you very, very much and is confused by the paradigm shifts that are occurring not only in her world, but in the world. She no longer understands it, and it does not feel entirely safe at all times. So she becomes more needy and requiring of support and assistance. She loves you, and holding the gentleness when you hold the boundaries is a great gift for her. Now, for others in your life, it is easier for you, and we applaud the place that you have come with the business and the X, for indeed you are standing in your power, and we encourage you to continue to stand in your power, for it will unfold to everyone's benefit. benefit may be defined differently by each party, and it will resolve. Hold for the resolution. Does that answer the question so far?
Yes, I can feel that.
Do you have other questions for us?
Need a little help with next steps for me to fulfill my vision and my purpose.
Hmm. Very similar to our conversation with dear Cindy. Open your heart. What wants to be expressed through you? Your desire to help and heal others, first and foremost, starts with the desire to help and heal yourself. And that is a empowering place to become the light for others. Now, will it take the form in which you envision in the moment? In part. We have to choose our words very carefully. As with the earlier conversation with Eli, we cannot tell you what to do. Number one, it is free will. You choose what you want to do. And number two, we cannot influence outcomes. We must be careful to hold that line. What we can say is that you are absolutely moving in the right direction. And it may not unfold for another 6 months to a year. Yes. We can say that you will be in a leadership position. As you know, you are built for leadership. Although your confidence took a little bit of a knock, you are indeed built for leadership. It is simply, what are you leading? Continue to hold that question at the forefront of your inquiries. What shall I lead? What shall I build? Where can I bring my light and have the influence I meant to have? And note that we did not say the greatest influence, for you will always deliver your greatest influence. But we did say, where am I meant to influence? Remain curious and open to the conversations that will occur over the next 6 months. We are thinking until March through June will be a pivotal time that things will begin to blossom and unfold in greater ways. Continue upon the path that you are creating. It is the optimal path for the unfolding of your finding your purpose in this world. And play the long game. Play the long game. Does that resonate?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Do you have follow-up questions for us?
No, thank you.
You are so welcome.
Grateful.
That was lovely. Who would like to go next? Anne?
Good morning. Thank you for being here today, because my feet are back on the ground, feeling the earth again. And we're supposed to learn something from this. And I'm so sick of learning new things, but the alternative sucks. So I'll take learning because I like learning. However, this was a real blow. But it helped me sit back after talking to people since 5 o'clock this morning about this issue. I sit here with you and I think I've got tons of skills, tons of experiences. I know how to do that track. But now I have a different, not a cover, but a template over it with being more spiritually enlightened, to be more connected with the source and utilizing that in my future practice. So, with all of this, I feel like I'm kind of inside a pachinko game or a feeling it. Yeah, bumping around everywhere. It's like, okay, I'm meditating to stay solid and to keep my people, and we're solid. But it's like, what am I learning from this and what do I go forward with? Sorry about that.
Mm.
That.
It is very interesting what you have shared, because you have well demonstrated how to navigate this transition. You lean into the community who are like-minded and have similar values, and you have conversation, and then you introduce possibility. And we particularly highlighted the words spiritual awakening or spiritually awakened. What is the language that your audience can hear? What is the desire your audience holds? What is the hope that lays in their hearts? Speak to that. Open the invitation to all so that they can envision themselves stepping into a world where they are happier, more at peace. And although they do not know that they want this, they can love and accept themselves exactly as they are. Your fortitude and strength creates an energetic imprint of permission for others to step into self-love. For when they imprint on your energy, dear Anne, it just is. You just love yourself. There are no questions or concerns or doubts or fears around the deliverance of that state of being. Yes, you can feel that now, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, that is what your audience seeks. Although they do not know it. They will.
Yes.
Please speak.
Yes, I I do that in bits and pieces and helping my classes come to a better space. And there I can see their cells happy and lighter. And in my little brain, I'm fascinated that they're experiencing it. Because if I were to say, here's a book on this, they'd poo-poo it and go shopping or something. I don't know, go gardening. So I get a little bit of that. But it's all about the experiential part.
It is. It
Yeah.
is you speaking to audiences.
Mm-hmm.
It is you delivering the message. So find the platform, find the topic, and begin to speak. And yes, there will be classes that are run around this, but you have an opportunity to have influence at a greater level by going in and speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we wish to bring this further into the awareness. When you speak, and this goes for all of you, you radiate an energy from your beingness, which is why you're very focused there, Cindy. You radiate energy transmissions, you radiate codes to the audience. And then the audience very cleverly selects the ones that have the most influence on where they are in their life at that time, and those codes that can best influence their current place in life. This is true of all of you. And this is the audience that Teresa speaks to, those who can influence. When you speak to the baby, it feels your words. It feels your energy, even though it has no context for the words. When you hear "Be the light," the depths in which you can influence are profound. And it is okay to be afraid and hesitant, but allow it to be momentary. Move through and remember who you are and why you are here. And that is to shine the light so others may find their own. Open yourself to speaking, dear Anne. And don't shut corporate doors. Does that resonate?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I hear you. I do. And the lesson today from this blow is that bring up your strength and everything we have been learning all this time and step into, but also step aside of the shock of it all and let our cells heal and become a brighter light.
Yes.
So I
There's
want to laugh and say, let's go see Trish right now. Boom.
Yes. And you are all stronger than you give yourself credit for. You are on this journey in this time for a reason. Be the beacon for those that cannot hold the light that you hold. That is what is important. That is, in essence, the great opportunity that sits before you.
Wow. Oof.
Indeed.
Did you get that? I just felt a big chill throughout my body. Because actually I'm speaking tonight, and I am going to encourage everyone to seek to find a family, an immigrant, illegal immigrant, whoever is going through pain, and adopt them. Move them into your life so they know we're not alone.
Yes. That is the message each of you can carry. At the core of whatever you do, at the core of whatever you do, this is the essence. You are all candle holders, beacons, lights. And this is how we change communities and we change the world. It is not through elections. It is through who you are being and the values that you hold dear. You each have a unique signature, a unique energetic signature that you carry. Your values highlighted this. And this unique signature was made to be a beacon for a specific audience. Will you continue to do that? We hope so, because now it is more important than ever before. How does one respond to adversity? One becomes stronger and more self-resourced. You all have got this. And Anne, what you will say tonight will touch lives. Isn't that the most important thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, all of you, for stepping into this. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for the courageous and those who love adventure. Because it will be fun. Do you have any follow-up questions?
No, I don't. It's more just staying with this group and continuing support and practice and finding, new people, creating new, shining light on and attracting other light.
Indeed it is.
Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you.
That was wonderful. And Anne, you are going to do amazing tonight. We're all with you. Sandra has a question, and she's feeling a bit under the weather, so she asked if I would read that. So let me pull up her question here. Recently, I heard the statement, Circumstances don't matter, state of being does. I am wavering around the state of being and want to know how or what will get me to the state of being where circumstances don't matter.
That is life's journey. You are well on its path, and as was reflected in past meetings, dear Sandra, you are absolutely on that path and have embraced self-realization and your values and your beliefs wholeheartedly. And though you have wavered, you are on the path. When in doubt, lean into your community. There are many brave souls in this group. Receive support and choose to be the light. One must choose being a beacon and then choose again and then choose again, regardless of the circumstances that drop in, to divert our attention to ways of being that are perhaps more familiar or more comforting in their familiarity. Lean into tools that support being a light, being the construct you wish to be. Choice and action. Does that resonate for you? And even now, you are receiving energy codes to help you recalibrate to the higher state of being. Embrace love. Open to receive greater levels of love. Breathe as we assist with the recalibration. Swallow. Your medical team will be continually working on your physicality over the next 24 hours. At any time it feels overwhelming, simply visualize the dial and turn it down. Yes, just like that. And allow whatever emotion comes up to be expressed and move through. Don't stay in it, move through it. And if you have to, put yourself on a timer. Give yourself 5 minutes or 15 minutes to rage or sob or anything else, and then move beyond it. Do not stay in it. That is not useful or healing. We are placing you in a pyramid. And this pyramid will hold your physical body for 24 hours in a healing mode. It is not going to stop you from doing any mundane tasks. It will simply support a structured and safe container for you to heal. Do you have questions on this?
No questions. This is perfect. This is beautiful. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa and guides. Who would like to go next? Hey, Trish.
Hi. A lot of what you shared with Anne really resonated for me. So I wasn't going to ask anything, but you're here, so I may as well. uh, um, like Anne, I felt the blow. I'm feeling all kinds of things today, like anger and fear, and you know, um, not feeling a whole lot of faith in humanity at the moment. And I know that I'm a light worker, and
Mhm.
I guess I just need I need some a guidance or reassurance that I can still do this.
Mm. Not only, dear Trish, can you still do this, you now bring in a layer of compassion and a sense of fortitude if you choose. You can do this. This is part of your mission. You're exactly where you are meant to be, and your voice is needed to light the way for many. And it is the small voices in the rural communities who will need to hear from you. It is the disenfranchised in the cities who have no resources or hope that need to hear you. For you, it is simply start speaking. Simply start giving hope. Whether it is a short message on a social media platform or a larger investment in your podcast. Begin to speak. Begin to speak. Does that resonate?
Yes, thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Can you feel the influence you will have?
I'm starting to.
Have faith, Trish. Move through the grieving process and the process of releasing the disillusionment, and have faith and hope. All will be well.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you. Trish, and just surrounding you with so much love, compassion, support. I think there's a piece of all of us intertwined together that are feeling that sense of loss and bewilderment. That's a word. So, and Teresa, certainly appreciate the guide's insights to that. It's very comforting.
You are most welcome.
Anyone else? Well, I'll bring up the rear here. So just first of all, really appreciate every single one of you and the dialogue and conversation. This morning when I got up and was trying to process all of this and then had a few moments privately with Teresa before we started, just to help keep me grounded. I go back to my morning meditation, and I do best if I can pick a specific thing to focus on, because I can be the ping pong ball of unfortunately chasing things versus just being. And so, Teresa, my question to the guides is this. During my morning meditation, I decided that I'm going to continue down my path because that's my happy place. And as I do that and continue my work with you and setting my intentions for 2025, which I'm so excited for what I see and what I feel, can you please help look at my timeline for the next 6 to 12 months and point me in a direction or give me some guidance around where my biggest opportunities are for prosperity?
That is such a wonderful question, for it applies to all. Go where you are needed. Go where you can have impact. Go where you can have influence and know that you will be invited in the next few months, and that will be a transitional phase of your trajectory. Seeing beyond this choice point is more dilute, because the outcome depends on the response. Know that in the next 15, 30 days, there will be an invitation issued. At the outside, it will be 60 days, although the likelihood of that is very low. Use discernment and understand completely the opportunity that will be presented. And it will be a pivotal moment for you. And it does not discount the other things that are going on, but there's a singular opportunity that will have influence that is coming in for you. Yes. Does that resonate?
Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
The images that are being given to Teresa are of a person behind a desk who is male presenting and who has high authority and is a good soul. And they sign a paper or sign a check and hand it to you. Hmm. Yeah, be attuned to what comes into your world.
Thank you. And thank you for that visualization. That really helps solidify as well.
Do you have follow-up questions?
No, thank you. That resonates. And now I'm even more excited.
Good.
Teresa, oh, go ahead.
Are we complete?
We are complete. And I think that concludes the questions from everyone within the group as well.
I'm really disoriented.
Yeah, take a minute, have some water. We'll give you some time here to.
That was a really different connection. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that different? Can you share?
Yeah. So one of the things that when they are dropping in, my head turns to the right a lot. And I have gotten to a place where I don't need a big, but this time it was like, shh, like they just really wanted to dial me in, I guess is the right way to put it. And then moving between councils, between the different speakers, there was less of a difference in energy. And I'm hearing that's because my energies has changed. So and listening, it was like sound was coming from here and from here and from here. It was coming from all different directions as opposed to, like, at one point I thought to myself, am I even facing the computer anymore? You know? Yeah. So it was interesting. Yeah. Thanks for asking. It feels hopeful. Does that make sense?
Teresa, that's a great word. I think that hopeful keeps us out of that sense of panic and anxiety of, which is underlying fear. And
Yeah.
kind of goes back to the whole thing of, be the light. For myself, that's a state of comfort because it's familiar. I know how to do that.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling after that?
Way better.
Yeah, deeply encouraged.
Yeah.
And more settled. You know, I said this to people before, we're going to be fine no matter what happens. We're still the same people. And then it hit me.
Yeah.
And, you know, our system gets weird, but then we come back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what America's feeling today.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really important that we stay there, right, Anne?
Yeah.
Yeah. And not to ignore how we're feeling, but choosing to, okay, I feel like shit and this really fucking sucks.
Mm.
And what do I want to see in the world? And how do I make that happen? That's a big one for me.
A vision comes to my mind because of my little attitude. You know, I'm putting my hands on my hips and I got a big hat and I'm 6 years old and saying, I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's so much strength in that, Anne.
There
There's
is.
so much strength in that. And Teresa, I think that, you know, we're all feeling what we're feeling, and the sense of comfort in around allowing that to be for
Mhm.
us all in our own ways and however we deal with it. And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So lean into each other
Right.
Yeah.
and support each other. We got this. Hey, Vicky.
Hi, I just wanted to say because the election was brought up, when I heard the news this morning, immediately what came to my mind was light workers activate, because I, it's a reflection of the collective consciousness, what was voted in, and we have work to do.
Yeah.
We just have work to do. We got to get in the cracks. So light workers activate, and I have my lightsaber. We got to get up in there. We got
Yeah.
work to do. And we can do it.
Yeah.
But it has to get it in. We got to get into we got to get into the cellular levels we got to make real change, not pretend change, sustaining change.
Yeah. Yep. And
Not
that's
Facebook change,
yeah. And that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I have the visual of all of us with big hats, our hands on our hips. Together, light workers activate.
With a lightsaber in our back pocket.
I was just gonna say that. I want a lightsaber.
I want the big hat too, though.
I agree.
It has to be a
100%
cowboy hat, and it has to have the big brim that rolls up.
Mhm.
agree. I think there is space for all of the accessories.
Bring it on the sequence and the little
Oh.
tiara that fits right in front of it.
It must be bedazzled just
It
for you.
must be. Sparkle on.
There's got to be a dragonfly on there somewhere as
Yes.
well. I mean, everyone has a thing.
Absolute. Okay, I had, speaking of little creatures, taking the dog for a walk yesterday, and I felt a tickle on my hand. I looked down, and there's this tiny ladybug with probably, I don't know, 10 or 12 spots. It was really spotted it. I thought, all right, we'll hang out. That thing stayed with me for over an hour as I walked. Isn't that crazy?
She was loving your energy.
Oh my gosh. You know, it's those little things that just make your day happy.
Mhm.
So may you all find your ladybug today.
Mm.
Oh. All right, friends. We will see you next week and start talking about self-care. Good timing.
Yeah.
Very much
Thank you,
so.
Teresa. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
You're so welcome, Michelle.
Thank you,
Need it.
everybody. This is great today. Appreciate each of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Light workers, activate.
So
Bye.
long.
Bye for now.
I'm going to stop recording.
Yeah.